Welcome to YT Preacher. I'm J-Man, and I'm your YouTube preacher. Today we're looking at Genesis chapter 1, verse 4. And God saw that the light was good, and God separated the light from darkness. Genesis 1:4. This is an interesting verse here. It just follows where God created light. So at this point, God is looking at his creation and he's enjoying his creation. He says, I like my creation. I made this light and I like this light. This is good light. Now, the word good here doesn't necessarily denote a morality. Light is not necessarily a moral good. Although, as Christians, I can't put that into this, but as a Christian, I'm called the light of the world. So, yes, we see good things around light, but it doesn't necessarily mean that light itself is good. Other times in Scripture, we see that those that are hiding in the darkness are doing evil things. Again, it doesn't mean that darkness is necessarily bad. Now, as we look at this, we do have to look at what some people have said. Like I've said, I do look at commentaries, and some of the commentary writers have suggested that heaven has only light, and hell has only darkness. Now, we do see things about darkness and cold and gnawing of teeth when talking about hell, but it doesn't necessarily mean that because hell is darkness, darkness is bad, and because heaven has light, that light is good. Because how can light or darkness be moral? They are a creation of God, yes, but they stand a purpose. The purpose is one provides light and one does not. Actually, for people who have trouble sleeping, that can't sleep during the day, there's a reason for that. The reason they can't sleep during the day is because of something called a circadian rhythm, which I can't even say anyway. But basically what it means is if there's light, our body doesn't want to sleep. Light is there to help us be up, to do work, to do things that are around. This light and darkness idea is as if God is preparing for man to come on the scene. So I ask again, how can light or darkness be moral when darkness is literally the absence of light? So what does the separation look like then? It's hard to say what the separation would look like. I mean, I can't envision what it would look like to have night and day in a chaos mixture together and what it means for God to separate them. But what I can tell you for what I think it would look like as he separates it is it would look like a natural dawn or dusk. As the sun rises, it gets brighter. As the sun sets, it gets darker. And what we do see next, in the next verse, we're going to see something about the first day. So God has already, as he separates these, he's already created a way for us to see a daily cycle. Now, how long the day was, I don't know, and we'll get into that because that's tomorrow. But what we can see here is as the separation occurs, or as the separation had occurred, what it would have looked like was either dawn or dusk. Like I said, as the sun rises, it gets brighter. As the sun sets, it gets darker. And this creates the rules of the night-day cycle where it can't be day at midnight. Now, if you're in Alaska and it's the middle of summer, the only reason that works is because of the way the earth turns and it's facing towards the sun. But Alaska in the middle of winter is just as dark because it's facing away from the sun. There's no sun. There is sun, no sun. It's all part of that. But for a daily way it works, it's this daily idea of a setting sun, the Earth's rotation. It all appears to be set right here as God creates light and separates it from darkness. Now, there's no placement for this light, but there is light and darkness. If you think that light and darkness are moral, please leave that in the comment section down below. I'd like to know your thoughts, your ideas on this. Also, if this has been a devotional time for you, put that in the comment section down below. I'd like to know about that devotional. I'd like to thank you all for watching. I want to ask that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope that God blesses you.